Today I'm starting a little experiment you might have seen others do called Project Pantry. So the idea is simple. Instead of buying new ingredients, I will only use products I already have on hand. If it's in my pantry, my freezer or my fridge. This is actually how I normally cook, but still I find some food hanging out in the back of my freezer. And I will also try to make them protein and fiber packed as much as possible, because I know how much you need protein and your fiber. I started by soaking brown lentils because I wanted to make Mujaddara, which is basically a rice with lentils. I soaked them for about 3 hours. You can also add quinoa and soak them together with the lentils for better digestion and a protein boost. I added the lentils to a rice cooker with salt and pepper and then moved on to making tofu nuggets coated in cornflakes. I grind it slightly so it's a bit coarser than panko. I also had smoked tofu, which doesn't respond well to freezing. If you use regular tofu, you can freeze and defrost it beforehand to get a better texture for the nuggets. The batter is similar to the one I use for my tofu katsu recipe that is on my blog, but I also post the recipe specifically for these nuggets below the video. I prepared 3 bowls. The first one is with lentil flour, the second one is with the batter, and the third with the ground cornflakes. I like to cook them in the air fryer so I don't use any oil, but you can also bake or fry them. I also had amazing sauerkraut that Guy made and some cornichons, which are a perfect addition to this meal. It is so crunchy. Oh, let's taste the Mujaddara. First time trying it without any oil or butter, so it's different. I think it's still very good and so simple. Hi! So we haven't talked in a while and I thought it's a good time for a little catch up and get you up to speed with what's going on in my life right now. So First of all, let's address the obvious. I have short hair now. I've been wanting long hair for a few years now. I was hesitating because I didn't know how I will look with short hair, and I I was scared I will look like my mom. And I do look like my mom, but I don't have my mom, unfortunately, in my life anymore. So I think like it's a sweet memory of her I see every day. So that's cute. First, I didn't know what to think about the haircut because the haircut wasn't as good, but now I understand more what I want with my short hair and what I'm gonna tell my hairdresser the next time. It has more like form and statement than my previous hair, and I didn't like to take care of it so much. And more important or more interesting topic I wanted to discuss today is us moving out again. We're moving to a new apartment after a year of living here in this house, and I will talk about the process of finding an apartment, the tedious process. But first, I'm going to address why we even moving. I think for me, my biggest struggle with this house is far from all the supermarkets. I cook and film content. I need the convenient supply and to be able to just, pop up to the store in any time. I think it's a place, it's a neighborhood where you should have a car, or if you don't cook every day, you don't really need a car. One of the things we really love in Berlin, the transportation here is very convenient. It's a bit distant for the city center, which is okay, but I don't need to be close to the city center, but sometimes like the cool vegan places and our friends are more there than here. And so yeah, we really love a lot of things here. Like we have nature and forests and just outside our door, and the garden. Even the people here are so nice, and most of them are all older, but yeah, they're very nice, and everyone is really polite, and I think it's really for the best. And so, moving to the next topic, finding an apartment. And finding this place wasn't easy. Our current apartment, we were looking for a furnished apartment who is also welcomes dogs, and that means that most of the apartment aren't available for us. We found an apartment, visited the apartment twice, and even met with the landlords and got the contract so we can sign. But it didn't work out, unfortunately. After a long process and a lot of waiting, I believed I would never find an apartment. Our current contract was coming to an end, so we just renewed for 2 months, and then we found our next apartment, and we're moving there in the next 2 months. Oh yeah, I really wanted to tell you that we're going to visit London for a long weekend. It's our first time in London for both of us, and we're so excited. And I have this crazy list of food places. If you have places you think we should visit, It can be food or non-food. Now I'm liking places that aren't food. But if you have food, I'm going to only 100% vegan places. So if you have personal recommendations, I would be happy to hear them. So you can leave them in the comments. Thank you for that if you do. And yeah, thank you for listening. And sorry if it was too long or you didn't get anything I was saying. Thank you, and let's go back to the video. Bye. I see. One of my favorite foods for using up a variety of ingredients is definitely soup. I had plenty of potatoes, so I made a creamy potato soup that's perfect for using a lot of potatoes in one dish. I rinse the potatoes after peeling and cutting to remove as much starch as possible, and if I have time, I soak them for about an hour. I also had sliced fennel, which I used right away. For bok choy, I separate the stems and leaves because the leaves are what I use for serving and the stems I cook with the soup. For broccoli florets, I remove the stems since they're high in FODMAPs, so if you're not sensitive, you can leave them. I add carrots for sweetness and color. I heat olive oil over medium heat, and since I had butter, I added some for extra creaminess. Otherwise, I just use olive oil. I start by sauteing the bok choy stems and fennel. Add flour to make a roux and stir until the flour disappears. Then I add the carrots and broccoli and saute briefly. Next, I add the spices, coating the vegetables, and then add the potatoes. I added a bit more butter to enhance the flavor, and honestly, just to finish it. A generous amount of nutritional yeast, bay leaves, and some coconut milk for creaminess. I cover everything with boiling water, a few centimeters above the vegetables, add salt, stir, and cover to bring it to a boil. Meanwhile, I prepare the crispy tofu topping by grating smoked tofu. You can use regular tofu and seasoning it thoroughly so every piece is coated. I cook the tofu in the air fryer at 190 degrees Celsius for 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. Baking in the oven works just as well. I cook the soup until the potatoes are tender, remove the bay leaves, and blend it until smooth and creamy, unless you prefer chunks. I stir in miso paste for umami, some chili flakes, extra nutritional yeast, and blend everything together. This soup stays amazing for 4 to 5 days. It can be frozen and it's so fiber rich. You can add whatever toppings you like: bok choy leaves, parsley, crispy tofu, or even croutons. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to hear your London tips or just catch up with you in the comments. Hope to see you soon.